Circle and Track. As the summer solstice dawned, 3 of the 4 territories of the Brass Coast lay under siege. Segura and Karaman were threatened by the Jotun while the Grendel advanced in Faraz. During the solstice, the heroes of the Empire struck back bravely against the Orcs. They helped to relieve the garrison of Fort Braden and prevented the Grendel from seizing control of the bridges that would have allowed them to prevent Imperial armies moving south from Madruga to engage them. Segura. Immediately after the solstice, the armies of the Empire are on the move. 3 armies of Marcher soldiers advance into Segura, the Tusks from Mitwald, the Bounders and the Strong Reeds from Faraz. They are here to relieve the 7th Wave in Granite Pillar. The Highborn armies are needed in the eastern Brass Coast, along the borders of Anduz Yassi and contested Anozesiri. Shoulder to shoulder to shoulder they stand, forming a wall of Marcher steel and sinew to throw back the armies of the Lasambran Jotun. The Tusks oversee the defence, and along with the Reeds they bear valuable enchantments that help them coordinate the Imperial defence, despite the vast open grasslands with minimal numbers of runners and messengers. The Tusks and the Reeds are supported by more than 5,000 soldiers loyal to independent captains, supplementing the Imperial Guerdon with the bounty offered by the Zemrus Islanders. 5 great constructs of brass and bronze, each twice as large as the tallest Marcher yeoman, fight alongside the Bounders, a gift from the Mistress Shakal herself. Other potent magic is at work in Segura this season. What little water there is in this dry territory bears the unmistakable mark of spring power. Any wound suffered by orc or human that is not fatal is healed overnight. For those able to perceive it, the subtle tang of autumn magic hangs in the air as well, gently twisting the ribbons of fate to once again ensure that the people of Segura do not suffer the depredations of the western raiders. The 3 armies form a bulwark against the barbarians, but the orcs do not come. The Lasambran Jotun are content to remain in Andujasi and in the scattered settlements of western Anozesiri that they have managed to claim. There are a few skirmishes along the boundaries of Yellow Chase and the Iron Plains, but nothing conclusive and nothing involving more than a few hundred warriors. No significant casualties are suffered by either side. The people of Segura go about their business in relative peace, both those under the domination of the Lasambran Jotun and those in the rest of the territory. The Iron Kanat is raised in Yellow Chase. The caravans of goods cross the grasslands to Anozel and Serevado without interruption. Karaman. The brave garrison of Fort Braden slowed the Jotun advance, but could not stop them claiming parts of Serra Damata. They nearly paid a bloody price for their courage, were it not for the intervention of the Imperial heroes. Shortly after the summer solstice, the Winter Sun and the Green Shield marched into the Cinnabar Hills through a narrow, precarious path in the mountains of Braden's Yassi. As they move along the river south of Fort Braden, a great cheer goes up from the garrison there, and the iron bells high in the towers peal out a welcome. All told, there are perhaps 11,000 Imperial troops come to drive the Jotun out of Serra Damata. Even with the clarity granted by day magic, it takes them several days to cross the rugged hills and deep gyles of Karaman. However, by the time they reach the towering ice fortresses raised in the hills above the great mine of Brianti, the soldiers are tired and dusty, but the citizens of the mining town are ready to meet them with ewers of cold water drawn from the mountain streams at very reasonable prices as they show their appreciation for the soldiers' presence. The Jotun are not there to greet them. They have already withdrawn from Serra Damata, back through the western hills into Rhinos, back into Jotun territory. All they have left behind is a solitary crimson banner of the bear who swims, topped with the blind-eyed skull of a dire beast. They have not even taken thralls. The people of western Serra Damata have been left in the few scattered villages and farms that still risk living so close to the Jotun border. Karaman is entirely Imperial once again. Game information. Western Brass Coast. There have been no significant engagements in Segura or Karaman for the Imperial forces this season. Karaman is once again entirely Imperial. In Segura, the Lasambran Jotun remain in control of Anduz Yassi and have made some progress in conquering Anozesiri. Any military unit captain who supported an army in Segura this season receives a payment provided by the Zemrus Islanders, a sum of 5 crowns for a starting military unit, proportionally more for an upgraded or enchanted unit.